Thank you for joining us today for this introduction to MetaJure, the first automated document management system designed by lawyers for lawyers. MetaJure is easy, intuitive, and trusted, as you'll see in the next 15 minutes. Here's what we'll be covering. We'll begin with a quick look at why document management systems aren't working today. We'll describe what makes MetaJure different from other document management systems. We'll show you how MetaJure works behind the scenes to automatically capture, save, and index 100% of the knowledge inside your firm. And then we'll jump into the product and show you how intuitive it is to find and retrieve information. If you can use Google, you can use MetaJure. Most document management systems were designed almost 35 years ago, at a time when there were many more associates and administrators who could help partners organize their information. But today, it's a different story. The internet has significantly changed the way lawyers work. In the past, lawyers used just one desktop computer where it was easy to tag and upload information into a central system. But today, attorneys spend much of their time on their phones and mobile devices. Plus, the amount of email has exploded. Trying to get dozens of emails into a traditional DMS every day on top of a busy practice is just not realistic. If you boil it down, law firms depend on their document management system to do two things. First, capture and store all of their knowledge. All of it, not just what people put into it. And second, provide an easy way to retrieve and mine that information. Let's look at how that happens now. Manual document management systems assume that the more tags you place on a document, the easier it will be to retrieve. Here's a typical input screen. The weakness of these systems is that unless every lawyer and staff member consistently takes the time to follow the filing and tagging procedures, documents get lost. Additionally, naming conventions quickly become outdated. And if that isn't enough, documents that come from a client, opposing counsel, or from lateral hires are difficult and expensive to incorporate. All of this results in missing information. Now let's look at a typical search screen. Today, when you look for information on the internet, you can search by keywords and other properties. Flexible searching is what we expect, and our DMS should reflect that too. But as you can see from this retrieval screen, they don't. You still need to know specific information to find a document, and even then you may miss related information. Next, unless every PDF or image file you store is text searchable, those may be hidden when someone searches for a document as well. And as we saw before, if your lawyers don't properly profile the information around every document, you may not be able to find it at all. This adds up to incomplete search results. Clearly, in today's environment, there's a disconnect between the need for lawyers to be efficient, the need to save their documents into a central place, and the effectiveness of a firm's document management system. No wonder staff and attorneys are rejecting their systems. In fact, in law firms that have a document management system in place, at best, only half of their documents make it into the system. That not only creates problems when you need to find information, it can expose firms to liability risks. That's what MetaJure's founders experienced too. MetaJure was developed by 5 senior lawyers who were frustrated by the document management systems they experienced in their firms and companies. Unlike these traditional systems, they designed MetaJure to fit how lawyers like to work. There are 3 key differentiators that separate MetaJure from all the other DMS systems. First, MetaJure doesn't ask the lawyers to interrupt what they're doing to tag, index, and file their documents and emails. It works in the background to capture all of their information automatically, and there are no long trainings. Because MetaJure is so intuitive, you can begin using it right away. Second, MetaJure is flexible. It adapts to the way the lawyers work instead of asking them to adapt their workflow to accommodate a system. So lawyers and staff can organize the information in the way that best supports their practice. If you have client information on a thumb drive or another source, simply upload it into the system and MetaJure automatically integrates, OCRs, and indexes every file. It adjusts to changing practices because the filing structure isn't rigid, and it's easy for each person to control what they want to share, and we'll show you how that works in just a moment. Third, MetaJure is easy and intuitive to use. Searching is just like using the web. MetaJure is accessible from your mobile device, including your iPad. The software sits behind your firewall or in the cloud. It installs in just a few hours and then will crawl and index your information in just a few days. And that includes automatically creating text searchable versions of all the image files you may have. Finally, you don't need to change your firm's legacy data. MetaJure captures all of your information without the time and expense of moving or converting any of your old information. So it's easy to try. In fact, we encourage firms to simply put it in place. It only takes a few days, and you can test it in your own environment. Here's how MetaJure works. Once installed, MetaJure automatically finds and indexes all of the information on file shares, billing systems, and the documents in an existing DMS if your firm already has one. In fact, many firms are using MetaJure to supplement another DMS. MetaJure also mirrors permissions attached to data so that confidential information remains confidential. That means that when anyone searches MetaJure, they only see the documents they have permission to see. MetaJure converts all scanned documents into text searchable information automatically. Lawyers frequently receive image files from opposing counsel, clients, or they create them themselves. And with MetaJure, you'll easily be able to locate these documents and access the important information on them that may be buried there. Finally, MetaJure's most important feature is the small piece of software that sits on each PC and automatically collects all emails and documents and copies them to the server. This is the process that is so key to improving attorney productivity. Plus, the copy has two benefits. First, it gives other attorneys access to information if a lawyer or staff member is unavailable, and second, it provides a backup in case a computer is lost or stolen. There is no other DMS on the market that provides this feature. So with that in mind, let's look at MetaJure. Simply launch MetaJure from your computer's toolbar. You will see that MetaJure offers a space at the top to type in key search words, much like Google. On the left side are MetaJure's filters. Before entering search terms, you can ask MetaJure to look only in certain locations, for certain file types, or within particular date ranges, or you can use a combination of those three. You can ask MetaJure to look through your entire system, just your PC or shared PCs. If you have a central storage system, other DMS systems, or a billing system, those will appear in this section as well. File types typically include email, Word documents, PDFs, PowerPoints, and Excel sheets, although MetaJure doesn't limit you to just these. You can also narrow your search by date or date range. Search results appear in the middle section. You're looking at MetaJure's live data for this demo, and I'm going to show you how to run a couple of sample searches. You simply enter the terms you're looking for in the top bar. You can use natural language, and MetaJure will interpret what you mean. Here's an example. One of our customers is an international health organization called PATH, or PATH. Let's say I need to find our agreement with them. I type in PATH agreement. MetaJure's powerful technology knows to return just information that is directly related to this client agreement. The information that's most relevant to your search will come up first. In this case, the documents are ranked by date. If you click on any of these documents, MetaJure opens a preview pane on the right that has the text of the document with the search terms highlighted, so you avoid the problem of having to open the document just to find what you need. And you can copy and paste information right from here. If you need to see the full document, simply click on the Open button and the document opens in its original format. The system is designed to reduce the noise in your results, so it doesn't bring up duplicates, but it does tell you that they exist, and if you click on the term duplicates, it will show you the file path where they reside. Duplicates must have an exact character match in their body, even if they have completely different titles. This can be important if you're using MetaJure as some of our clients do to locate all of the documents associated with a particular case. If you look under the title of each document, you'll see the path where a document resides. In this example, you can see that the document lives on the computer of Doug Schultz. He has a folder called Path that he has shared with me. Let's say you're looking for particular agreements that you know he's worked on for Path. You can click that folder name and you'll see all the documents that were placed inside it. This allows you to zero into a client and matter folder to find the information that you need. Now let's say you're looking for a sample NDA that you would like to modify for your client. Type in the term NDA. You can narrow by Word documents or even look in the files of a person whose work you particularly trust and who's sharing with you. What if you aren't sure what document you're looking for? Perhaps you know that your colleague, Leslie Megley, created a PowerPoint in the last month that you'd like to use, but you don't know what she called it. You can search Leslie's files for PowerPoint presentations over the past month to see the documents she's created and select the one you need without typing in the name of the document. Other systems expect you to know exactly what you're looking for, and it's nice to have a system like this that finds things even when you have limited information. MetaJure also supports advanced searching, as the attorneys may do in Westlaw, like Boolean operators. For example, a search for source code agreement with quotations around the 3 words will return all documents with that full term in the body or the title. We know how important the OCR feature is for some firms. Let's say you're looking for a document related to the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Agency. I type in DEA. You can see here that there's no folder, file, or email subject line that contains the term DEA. But if I click on this PDF file, you can see the term DEA appears throughout it. Thanks to MetaJure's automated OCR process, it picked this up. Now let's turn to sharing. MetaJure's sharing feature allows you to make some or all of your own documents in email or email attachments available to your colleagues, your administrative assistant, members of your practice group, or client teams. Sharing can also be used to make non-confidential resources such as forms available to everyone in your organization. When MetaJure is installed, the sharing feature is turned off by default. Each lawyer can then choose which folders they want to share and with whom they want to share this information. If attorneys decide not to share the information on their PCs, they'll still be able to use MetaJure to search their personal computer and all the information they have access to on their network. Each individual can decide whom they want to share with just by clicking the name next to those select people, as you can see here. They can decide whether they want to share entire email messages or only attachments, and they can decide which Outlook folders on their PC to share. They don't have to share their entire inbox, but just the folders that contain information others will use. Sharing documents is just as easy. In the PC folder section, lawyers simply put a check mark in the box next to those folders or subfolders they wish to share. Then click Close and Save Options, and the changes are effective immediately. It's as simple as that. MetaJure is already delivering huge returns in firms all over the country. MetaJure is affordable and easy to install and begin using right away. It solves the problems of all other systems by eliminating the work the lawyers do to tag and index and upload emails and documents. Staff and attorneys have instant access to their information. And with MetaJure, your lawyers significantly improve their work product, their efficiency, and ultimately, the profitability of your firm. We look forward to answering your questions and helping you experience all of these benefits of automated document management. Simply contact us using the email address or phone number you see here. Thank you for your time and your interest in bringing 21st century document management into your firm. We look forward to talking with you.